All right, let's welcome Arizona State to the press conference room. Congrats on making it to the championship game tomorrow, Coach. What were your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, it's a real honor to get an opportunity to play for a championship tomorrow in such a prestigious event, and just proud of my guys. We, as everyone saw last night, we had a war with Texas. That was a really hard game and a physical game and a quick turnaround. And Washington State played very well. Give them credit. The kid Glass had some performance tonight. So to overcome all that is pretty special, and these two guys were a big part of it.
All right, please raise your hand, grab a mic if you'd like to ask a question to the players.
Mo, Aiden O'Neill, Blaze Radio. 26 again for you tonight. You're clearly just in a next level flow. What's your mindset right now?
Just doing whatever it takes to win. If the defense is not letting me pass to my teammates and they giving me the shots to take, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm not really trying to go out there and just, score a lot of points. I'm just taking what the defense gives me.
For the two of you guys, you were guarding Glass. Coach just talked about what kind of game he had. He had more points than you did last night. He put up almost 40 points.
Today?
How did you go about?
Yeah, he had a 40 ball today.
Oh.
But at least we didn't get 40. That's the most important thing.
How did you two go about guarding him and, I don't know, limiting his damage, I guess would be the way to say it?
I mean, respect to him. He came out with a mission, and I mean, he didn't complete the mission, but he almost. But he balled out. Congrats to him for scoring a lot of points against us. But we tougher. You know what I'm saying? That one man not gonna beat us. So good game to him.
Guys, do me a favor. I'm way back left. Tell me about just where you were going into this tournament, and then where you feel like you are right now. Because back-to-back games, 10-point deficits, and it doesn't feel like there's any deficit that can control either of you two.
I feel we knew going into this it was going to be a whole lot of dogfights, and that's really what we're looking for. Come here, get better. And I feel we're not ducking no smoke. I feel the two teams we played, that was real. Those teams really got us better. Now we're looking forward to the championship.
Yeah. One thing I ask of my team before every game is to control your energy and effort. If that's at the highest, everything else is just basketball. Everything else is 50-50. But our controllables, our energy, our effort, we got to keep that at the highest it could be.
For the both of you, ranked 16 out of 16 in the Big 12 preseason poll. There's a clear chip on your shoulder. Do you feel like every day you have something to prove?
Yeah, definitely, especially in practice. I feel that's a little bit of disrespect, and I feel that we're going to just prove a lot of people wrong.
Yeah, for sure. It's a preseason poll, so that's what it is.
Anything else for the players? One more.
Bryce, for you, an Arizona guy, to come back and I don't know what you thought your role was going to be coming in here, but to come in and really take center stage and become a mainstay in this lineup and really be a heart of this team, how do you feel about the way that things have gone since entering the transfer portal and deciding to come here?
Man, it's a blessing, man. Coming here, I knew I could trust Coach Hurley, and I just knew coming back home I was going to feel more comfortable and just be closer to family and just overall more comfortable state, I feel. But overall, it's been a blessing.
All right, Bryce, Mo, thanks for being here. Turn it over to Coach. Any questions for Coach?
If you could, couple words on those two, especially the last question. Talk to us about getting Bryce to come home and the way he stepped up on your last game in Tempe. Maybe not the last two games that he wanted on the island, and now outstanding tonight.
I think you get rewarded for the work you put in, and both of those guys are two of our hardest workers. Like, they're the guys that are staying after practice, getting shots. They're coming back later to work on their game again. They're, Bryce, like you, he was never handed anything, Bryce. I mean, coming into it, I wasn't sure what his role was, but he won his role, like in practice and workouts. He was a standout all summer in preseason, just like Mo. Those two guys were like front and center, day in and day out. I don't think Bryce missed a practice or a workout, and just you could depend on him, so you could count on guys like that.
And I thought I was a rules guy, but if you could explain a rule to me, 8:13 to go. Looked like they called an offensive foul, checked for a flagrant, and then suddenly it was no longer your ball.
Yeah.
What was the explanation?
I think the rule is that if they go and look at the monitor to see if there's a flagrant to be upgraded, then everything's on the table, including a foul on us or no foul at all. So that's the rule. I can't credit, and then you guys, you could ask whatever you want, but I can't credit the effort Washington State put forth tonight. Just super impressive. The way they shot the ball. I mean, 14 of 26 for three. You could be like locked in a gym by yourself and not shoot like that. So it was really impressive.
Coach, you just talked about Washington State. Pac-12 is no longer is coming back, but it felt like a Pac-12 matchup. You had the crowd, and in some of you got USC. There's that element here. What does it feel like to kind of see those folks across the way from you?
Yeah, we love it, and that's why I've gone out of my way in non-conference scheduling to address that. We signed up to play UCLA on the road this year. They'll return the game next year. The same thing with Oregon State. We're going to play a home game versus Oregon State in December and then return the game the next year. So we want to maintain those relationships, and there's probably a little more juice in there. I mean, my assistant coach, Coach Mickey Mitchell, we talked before the game, and he reminded me of something I didn't know. Like, we were having a really good year. We were the 3 seed in the Pac-12 tournament, and Washington State had upset the 6 seed, and it was the night before COVID happened. So Mickey's last college game never took place, and it was supposed to be against Washington State. So in a funny way, I'm happy that he could be a part of us getting a victory against that team today, because he missed his chance. We would have been in the NCAA tournament that year.
Coach, you obviously being a phenomenal point guard yourself, how great does it feel to coach Mo Odom?
I'm in awe of some of the plays he's making. He's playing with so much confidence, and the off-balance three in front of our bench, that was like, wow, So kids, I know he's got a lot of heart, he's got guts, and he's a playmaker, and glad he's on my side.
Bobby, just talk to Phoenix for a second. You're 3-0 so far on the island. I don't know what your personal record is now, about 14-0 or something like that. But just talk to Phoenix about what you've done and to be 3-0 so far on this trip, and now get to be able to have a chance to come home with a trophy.
Yeah, all the history in this event, all the great players and great teams, great programs and coaches, to be able to say that we're in a position to play for a championship, it's a great honor. It's the highest honor, for this time of year to play in an event like this and have a chance to win it all.
All right, last question for Coach.
Coach, you said you just complimented Washington State and said, it's really hard to shoot like that. How do you coach against that, where they're just making everything? The defense wasn't really playing bad. They just were making every shot. Did you have any doubt that your offense was going to be able to counteract that?
Well, I think the problem on our end is how we started the game. There were some blown assignments. We lost shooters, and they. I always say, like, the basket gets bigger after you make a couple like that. And but yeah, we did a better job, I thought, in the second half. But they were unconscious today. It was really a great shooting performance. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach. See you tomorrow. All right, please welcome Washington State to the Media Center. Coach, any thoughts on tonight's game?
This is a team that we've got that's going to be really good, and I don't know if it's going to be 3 weeks from now or if it's going to be tomorrow that we kind of turn that corner. I thought we definitely made improvements. I thought our guys showed great spirit for 40 minutes and were competitive and played a little bit looser than we had. The mistakes we made were aggressive. Now the reality is you can't give up 100 points and win too many ball games, and we got to figure that side out a little bit more. Also had an incredible performance from a freshman that is something that I haven't seen someone take this and have this trajectory that's been as good as his, and he's done a great job as well.
All right, let's open it up to questions for Ace.
Ace, it was a tough game, but you were performing, and I saw you and Odom going back. What was it like to be on the court and performing, going back? Even a tough loss, but what did it feel like to be on that stage?
I feel like we had a mutual respect. It started from the first play of the game. Like, I tried to get in him, make sure he felt me the whole game, and we just talked. At the end, it was all love. Like, we both good players, and we respect each other.
Anything else for Ace?
Ace, you broke the WSU freshman scoring record out there. What were you seeing that was working for you, and how were you getting those looks thanks to your teammates?
Yeah, thanks to my teammates for sure. Ree keeping the floor empty, and D cutting super hard screens, taking his guy, rolling him in. So just giving me open shots and letting the rest just take care of itself.
Anything else for Ace? All right, thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
Any questions for Coach?
Coach, I asked Coach Hurley about this. It felt like an old Pac-12 matchup, and the fans. And what is it like to be in the moment and kind of having, in some ways, the band back together and to kind of have that competitive energy going?
For me personally, it's this whole thing is a kind of a new experience in playing the Maui Invitational. I wasn't coaching when we were in the Pac-12, but there's a lot of familiarity there. I've watched Coach Hurley's teams a lot, played against Mo Odom and Truett last year at their respective schools, and it was just a fun game. Like from the jump, those guys were getting into it. It was 10-0 run, 9-0 run, back and forth all game. It was just that's why I love coaching and being part of this game.
Coach, how do you feel about the way that you guys shot the ball tonight? I know both teams were really shooting the gym off tonight, and Coach Hurley really made an emphasis on how you guys shot the ball. How did you feel about the way your offense moved?
I think it was nice to see our guys just kind of play a little freer. Like we have a great shooting team. We got a lot of guys that knock down shots. Obviously, Ace had a hell of a night. 6 for 9 for 3 will help those percentages. But when we're playing confident like that and playing aggressive, like the first play of the game, it came off a ball screen. EY popped it, had his feet set, knocked that thing down. Like compare that to yesterday where we had a 3-on-2 and Thomas had the corner shot and we kind of passed it up and we were hesitant. And just going playing aggressive like that is how we need to play.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks. Go Cougars.
Appreciate you being here.